What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another edition of Big Dog Movie Reviews. As always, I'm your host, Big Dog himself. Personal life news before we get to the movie review. Finally back in my bedroom. Life is good. All this is cleaned up. I'm back in my own bedroom. Pretty freaking thankful for that. And, it's just been too long. Anyway, other than that, we're here to discuss what we always discuss, movies. Today, the movie was for Zombieland Double Tap. Just saw it the other night. Same format as always. Likes, dislikes. Then Miranda can chime in if she thinks anything of it. But let's get into it. For the likes, the soundtrack was pretty well done. It was very rock and roll-y. Like a lot of rock and roll. As I said in the intro video of this channel, I love all kinds of music, but rock and roll just always holds. It's just always going to be the best, no questions asked. So with a lot of rock and roll, but along with the rock and roll, it was songs that worked well. It's not like you could have, all because the soundtrack's just going to be all rock, doesn't mean it's always going to be good. So not only was it rock and roll-esque, it worked very well with the movie and the songs and the scenes that the songs were placed in. Super, super, super funny movie. I know I said Jexy was really hilarious, which it was. I'm not going back on that. But this just I think this was the funniest movie of the year, in my opinion. I had a ball watching it. I laughed my ass off several times, and it was just so funny. And then, there's a specific scene where it was, doppelgangers, and it was just so hilarious. I thought that was just the funniest thing in the world. The characters' personalities worked very well with each other. I did see the first one, but it was years since I've seen it, so I can't say I remember too much of the first one. But what stood out in this one, in the second movie for me specifically, was just how well the personalities worked well with each other. A specific example is Columbus and Tallahassee are essentially polar opposites, so they make a really funny and interesting pair to work together. That's just, there's the dynamic between those two characters is nothing but entertaining, in my opinion. And the character development as a whole was done very well. The characters, you feel really bonded to the characters throughout the film. I feel like I really got to know their personalities. And they got not necessarily predictable. I mean, they kind of got predictable at the end, but in a good way. It was not a sense of boring. It was a sense of you just getting to know the characters, so you know how they're going to react to certain situations. And I thought they did a really good job with the characters' development. And the last of the likes, the action sequences were pretty freaking cool and badass. That probably is some of the best, in terms of zombie movies I've seen, probably some of the best action I've seen, at least in a long time. It was very well done, and it was just really cool to watch these sequences play out. And just the whole teamwork, like I said, the whole dynamic of the team working together to kill all the zombies. It was really cool. That was it for the likes. Now on to the dislikes. I would have liked to see more variation in zombies, both in looks and abilities. Very beginning of the film, they make it a point to discuss the different types of zombies that exist in this world. And they had 3 different kinds, and they all more or less look the same. It was the abilities that kind of set them apart, and brain power, with lack of a better term. Now it's kind of ironic with zombies and brain power, but that's just the best way I could put it. It's just, I would have liked to see maybe the movie ended with 4 different kinds, but I would have liked to see maybe one more different kind of zombie. That was kind of cool, but would have liked to see a little more variation in their looks. They all looked identical. There was no way to tell each other one apart, just solely based on looks. Which I would have liked to see, I don't know, a little different, just variation in the looks of zombies. To their respective abilities would have been cool. The story wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. It felt kind of like a, yeah, that'll do idea. It just left me wanting more. I thought they could have done better with the story. I think, same with the ending, which is my next point. the ending and story as a whole, I just felt could have been better. Well, like I said, the ending wasn't great. I would even classify the ending as like in the bad category, because I felt it ended pretty abruptly, and they could have done a lot better. Whereas the story was kind of like, it wasn't good, like I said, nor good nor bad, just kind of bland, I guess is how I'd put it. I thought they could do a little better with the story. But with all that being said, that's all the points I have. And with those points, Zombieland Double Tap earns a 5 out of 10 in my opinion. It definitely wasn't a bad movie, but in terms of movie substance, it was pretty much what I predicted it to be. Really, really funny, but not a whole lot of movie substance there. So it was, like I said, super funny. Probably funniest movie of the year in my opinion. But it just wasn't, it just lacked in many departments that great movies can't lack in. They don't lack in. All the top tier movies don't lack in the departments that this did. It was like it's a good, but it was super funny. I can't get over how funny this movie was. Just see it with friends, it'll make it that much more enjoyable. So you'll be sitting there with the homies, and you'll just be dying of laughter together, and it would just be a great time. That's how again, like every movie I've seen, that's how I watch it, with an empty theater, me and my friends. Great time. But I wouldn't go too far out of your way to see it. It's like I said, it's super funny, and but in terms of movie substance, probably wouldn't be missing a whole lot. If you've seen the first one and you liked it, you'll probably see this one if you haven't already. But it was a good sequel, I guess, a fitting sequel. It was pretty it's just most sequels are never that great in my opinion. Very rarely do they match or exceed the prior film. So this one was pretty much what I expected to be, like I said. But that's all I really got to say. Funniest movie of the year. See it if you can. Otherwise, no big deal. But that's it. That's a review. It's going in the book, as always, with all the others. Do you have anything, Miranda? Yeah, it was really good. Okay, there you go. Miranda said it best. I mean, the review was really good. Yeah, Miranda said it best, yeah. So that was... You heard it here first, folks. But with that being said, as always, like, subscribe if you're into movies. I do movie reviews pretty frequently. Comment, let me know what you thought of the film. If you liked it less, if you liked it more, if I hit the nail spot on, points you liked, points you didn't like. Just let me know your thoughts. I value others' opinions, so I'll probably read through those comments. Just let me know what you think. And if you're really looking to get invested in this page, please do follow the corresponding Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd accounts. That is at BigDogMR79. As always, I'll put that on the screen in a few moments here. But until then, that's all I got. I'll see you guys later for the next movie review. Until then, change the world. See you later.